Welcome back, YouTubers. It's your boy Blue. I drink beer and I know things. Today's video is about me replacing the upholstery of the bench seat of my Ford F100. Alright, let's get started. So I'm showing you here the seat covers that I got. I think it was probably from Walmart. This was just to keep the torn up part of the passenger, the driver's side, and I'll show you here in a second, but I'm just kind of showing you what it's going to look like here in a second. So yeah, so if you look here, you can see where the burlap actually just disintegrated and just fell away. And what you're looking at there, those horizontal lines are the actual springs or the wires that go across the springs. Just showing you there the key maps that we used to have back in the day instead of GPS and Google Maps. Yeah, so here's the covers. I removed them, and here's what the interior looks like. Now, the passenger side looks immaculate. I mean, I love the way that looks. But if you look at the center here, someone took the cigarette lighter and just kind of had their way with it. And this is the driver's side, just kind of tore up and beat up, wires sticking out and everything. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just take this out, take out the bench seat, and start removing the cover. All right, so yeah, like I said, man, I love this color scheme. It's a shame. I wish I could have gotten the exact color scheme, but you'll see it's pretty close to what the original looks like. But yeah, look at the burlap is just completely disintegrated, and the wires are cutting into the foam. So I'm going to remove the cover here in a second and show you the aftermath. Yeah. Yep, got the cover off, got the foam off. You can see it's pretty beat up, and there's the springs, actually the wires that act like springs as a complete assembly. Yeah. And here is the seat back, the cover removed, and here is the foam for the bottom and the top. Look at the driver's side on the top there. Got to figure out a way to fill in those holes there, because the foam is actually not bad. I'm going to reuse it. So yeah, here I'm just showing you the burlap is almost completely gone. It's pretty stiff, but you can see the horizontal springs just cutting into the foam. So I decided to go ahead and pull those wires out and reuse them somehow. We'll see in a second here how I ended up reusing those. But if you look at the frame, the seat frame and the springs, it's in pretty good condition. I'm not even going to bother repainting it. There's not that much rust at all. Just remove the rest of this burlap and get cracking on replacing the covers there. And this is the inside after I remove the seat. So what I plan on doing is wiping this down. You really can't see it on the camera there, but in person there's a lot of dirt and grime and grease. But yeah, there's a little sneak preview of the fuel gauge I replaced, and then the sniper controller. But yeah, looks pretty good overall. And let's get started on replacing the covers. Here is the replacement foam and burlap that I found on LMC, and I removed it from the box. And you'll see it comes with, looks like a 1-inch foam, a burlap covered piece of carpet, but it's supposedly a heavy duty carpet substrate according to the instructions. Comes with hog ring pliers and hog rings, and you'll see we have the spring, these rods that will complete the spring assembly. But the instructions pretty much tell you step by step what to do. Not any pictures, but it does tell you how to build it. Now here I'm just showing you, when I started putting the burlap on, I noticed that the frame was actually broken in those two spots. So I went ahead and welded it as best I could. And you can see there I got started on it. And after I welded it, went ahead and finished applying the carpet substrate to the back. And as I flip it over here, you'll notice a big mistake that I made. I got overzealous and I did not make the horizontal wire assembly there with the rods. So what I ended up doing was just fishing the wires through. I hog ringed those rods in place. You'll see there, right there, I attached those to the springs, and then I attached the wires to the springs, ran it all the way back over to another rod, and they're attached there. And that is what will, I guess, support, additional support on the springs there. And that's going to keep the springs from penetrating into the foam. Here's the replacement foam that I put on. I was just about to get some adhesive on that, but I decided not to use the foam because the bench part, the cover is actually really tight, and it was a challenge for me to kind of put it on as I discovered later. So I ended up removing that foam, just didn't bother using it. And this is the carpet substrate on the seat back. For some reason this came in black. It doesn't really matter, it's the same material. But this time I had enough sense to actually make the horizontal spring, or sorry, I keep saying spring. It is a spring, but they're wires, and as a group assembled together acts like a spring, additional support for the seat there. And there it is. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the cushion on here, the foam, and see what that looks like here in a second. And there it is. All right. So there's the foam on the seat back. Like I said, it looks pretty good. I went ahead and cut some of the from the foam that came with the kit to fill in those voids. I used some adhesive and stuck those in there. Didn't get too fancy with it because the covers actually come with foam inside the material. All right, so here's the interior that I finished wiping down. Again, you really can't tell from the camera, but it is a lot cleaner than what it was. I just want to get all the dirt and grime out of there. And in the next video, I promise I'm going to show you the interior, and I'm going to do a startup, or I'm going to start the engine with the Sniper EFI kit. I'll have the exterior polished. I'm going to give it a good detail as best I can and show the big reveal here in very short time. So thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video. It's gonna be sweet. Thank you. Thanks for watching.